Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how we can reduce the size of our container images, right? So what I've done, guys, in the past, I created a video with regard to the Kaniko. So we are going to build on top of that. For instance, I'm not going to repeat all the steps that I've done already in this particular video. So you need to watch this particular video. So what I've done, I've set up my Jenkins, right? I've set up the pipelines just like in the same video I've done, right? So we are going to do reduction in our container images, and we are going to use the tool Slim.ai. So what I've done, guys, in the same repo, I've added a file, Jenkins file Slim.ai, right? So I'm going to use this particular file, right? And I'm going to cover all the steps that what I have done. So most of the step which I have done is really covered in previous video. So the difference, for instance, what we need to do regarding this secret, we are going to push the images to AWS ECR. So let me navigate to that, and then I'm going to show you what other steps I have done to build our or I should say shrink our images. We are going to do build our images from Kaniko, so there will be no Docker involved. But in order to slim down the images, we are going to use Docker, and how we can separate things, I'm going to show you in this video. So if I navigate to this registry, right, what I've done, I've created a registry with the name Kaniko, and let me show you the stuff. So this is the registry, right? We have already done spin up the pipelines here. So if you see this 59 image, which was pushed, has the size 85.73. Now it has reduced to 5.94 megabytes, and this is done through Slim AI, and we are going to use this utility. The reduction in size really improves the promise and also reduce the text surface area, right? So you can do that. Further, one thing I need to tell you that regarding the CV, you need to make sure you have to update your software with regard to the latest patches. So this is a reduction is layer. So you need to make sure that in order to remove the or harden the image, you need to make sure you have to update the software what you're putting in this bucket. You can say that the image is your bucket and you're putting your software. So you need to make sure that everything with regard to that you need to update, right? So this is little theory right now. Back to the stuff that what we were discussing. So in order to create this secrets, what you need to do, navigate to my repository back, and in fact, let me simply navigate to this area back, right? So let's do that. And here in the bottom, I've added stuff or added command. What you need to do. So you need to log into your machine. You have to use this command AWS configure, right? And then you need definitely you will be using the service account which you have created, and also you can use the service account. I covered the videos with regard to that. So I'm not using EKS cluster. I'm using Khan cluster. So what I need to do, I need to create these secrets. So I've logged in into machine, right? And then I'm going to run this command. This command is comes from here. So if you navigate to this, this is the command. Simply need to copy this command once you provided your AWS credentials, right? So you need to copy this particular command, and this comes from there, and you will be then log into your registry. What we are then doing, we are going to use this command to create a secret in the namespace Jenkins, and this is the command which will be creating the secret with the name Jenkins Docker CFG. So let me show you that. If I navigate to my Jenkins area, and if I navigate to secrets, right? And this is the one which we have created. Let me show you that stuff. So it is actually looking that particular file which is on your host machine. So what it does when you log in with AWS CLI in the for I'm using the root, right? So in root, there will be a directory hidden directory dot docker, right? In that it creates the above command creates a config.json. So from that file, we will be creating this docker.json, and this we will be mounting in our container, or I should say the pod, and as a volume. So I will be showing this shortly. So this would be the type, right? And then we are going to do same stuff for our application. So I've not changed the name which I've used previously. You can definitely change these names. So we are going to set up the generic credential, and I'm going to use the same command, right? So anyway, this is the Slim AI installation. You can install the latest Slim AI installation through this command, and you can see more detail regarding that. For instance, you can navigate to GitHub and type Slim AI. Yeah, you can see all the latest releases they have done. So guys, now what we are going to do. So this is the theory, and this is some of the commands you need to create figure. For instance, this is the app I've deployed through Helm. If I navigate to this area, if I navigate to this secret, so image push secrets, I've used the same command. You see docker config.cfg. It has access to pull the secret from AWS, and I mean the secrets with regard to the pulling of images, right? So this is the service account we have created, and now we are going to navigate to our actual Jenkins Slim pipeline. So these are the secret as I discussed. This is the Jenkins Docker CFG, and we are going to do mounting of these here in slash Kaniko.docker, right? And this is the name which we have created, and this is the key. I've already shown you. This is the key, and path is going to be config.json. So let me show you once more. Okay, navigate to Jenkins, although both are same. Just for the demo, need to make video short. So if I navigate to this area, right, and you see docker config.json, and click this guy. So this is the data, and right. So this is regarding the secret creation. Right now, what we are going to do, we are going to do navigate to the other steps of the pipeline. So these steps are pretty much the same as I have already covered in my previous video with regard to the building of our building of images with Kaniko, where there will be no socket, no Docker, and there will be definitely no um, Docker socket involvement, right? So what I need to do, I need to check for this, right? So, so what I will be doing, right? This is pretty much the same. You can watch this particular video. Now we are going to do the build creation. This is the ECR account which we are actually creating. So I've added environment variables, right? And this is the region. So we will be building our I mean, image, and the build number is going to be this one. So I'm going to show you the new pipeline as well. So CD into Kenigo ls and execute is going to be Docker file, right? And it is going to push to the destination ECR, which is exactly the same name, right? Like from the commands, I've added environment variables from here, right? So the command is actually the same. If you see this command, this is the command which I've already used. So I've already shown you. So there's nothing different, and what it does, it is going to build image and push to ECR to this pipeline. So let me run it and show you some of the stuff. So let me run this pipeline, right? So okay, if I click this, and okay, so we have run the particular pipeline. What it does, if I navigate to this pod section, you see this another pod is going to be run by Jenkins, and this particular pipeline, it is going to run this particular pipeline. And what it does, shortly we will be seeing that view a new image is going to be available here with the tag 60, but the size of that image is going to be like 85 megabytes, and then we will be doing reduction. So I'm covering the pipeline, running the pipeline, and showing you the stuff what regarding the understanding as well. So this part is going to be the push of image through Kaniko. So we are not doing the anything with regard to the slimming part. So in order to use Slim AI, what we need to do, we need to have Docker installed, and we need to mount that definitely Docker socket in the container. So what I've done, added another stage here, which is going to be the Slim with Slim AI, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to connect with this EC2 machine, and we are going to export some of the variables, right? And these are the same stuff we have done. So file name is going to be my underscore build dot number. So this file is where we are actually appending the environment variable. You see, I'm exporting it. Then I'm going to do echoing it. For instance, I'm echoing the same environment variables from above into this particular file name. This is the file name my app underscore build number, right? So this is with regard to the export of environment variables that we are going to make sure that we are going to create a one file with regard to the one. This file is going to be exported to that remote EC2 machine. So that EC2 machine is this one, Docker Slim. So this is the 1 to LTS machine, right? And guys, in this machine we have installed the Docker, right? So if I navigate to the security, so I've created a role, and role is going to be simple power user of power user with ECR, which is the Elastic Container Registry provided by AWS. So this is the role, and you see this is the access I provided instead of providing the environment variables. I've attached this role. Then I'm going to show you the inside of it from the pipeline. So if I navigate to this area, you see, you will shortly see this 60 size image, which is actually pushed at this stage and then reduced. So this is the what pipeline is actually doing. So we are actually uh, staying in this area. So what we are doing here, actually, we are simply doing SCP, which is the secure copy of this file .txt on this location, which is the home Ubuntu Slim IP machine, and this is the variable which we have already defined. All right, and then we are going to do SSH into this particular machine. Um, Mind you, this is the container we are using from the Kubernetes, right? And then we are going to access our machine so securely. We are going to access it, right? And let me show you the one like credential. If you navigate to the manage Jenkins, what we need to do, we need to create, for instance, navigate to the credential area, right? So this is the file. So Docker server key file, PAM file I've added here. So if you click this guy, and let me show you the update part. So you see conceal and replace, you need to provide your private key here. So this is what I have done actually, and in the pipeline is going to be totally secure. So then we are going to do SSH into this particular machine and run some of the command ls whoami pwd hostname ctl and write similar sort of command. And then we are going to do export of environment variable from the file which we have created. So we have done SAP onto this remote server, and we are going to simply export these variables. So if we run this particular command, and those variables are going to be available in this particular shell which we get. So then we are going to do login, right? We have already attached the role, but still we need to do login, because if we do not apply this command, we will not be able to pull the image. So we are going to pull the image which we built from Kaniko, which has been pushed. So if you need to know the understanding, so what we have done, actually, we pulled this particular image which has the size this 85.73 megabytes, and we have done the pull here. And then if I do like Okay, that image we have pulled. Let me show you other parts. So then we do Docker images. We are going to add permission, update the permission of var and Docker socket, which we will be mounting in that particular tiny container. Although we can run all these commands on that machine, but if consider you need to run multiple pipelines in same machine. So what we are doing here, we will be using container. So every file is going to be, for instance, according to your app, is going to be different. So we will be running this uh, name, like I mean, the name of the container is going to be my app. In your case, it's going to be different. So we are going to actually use the existing path of the Docker in this particular area in the user local pin Docker, because we are using the Python Slim container. Then what we will be doing, we are doing the mounting of uh, Docker socket inside this particular container, which is required by the Slim.ai. And we are going to use this host path slash Ubuntu and slash MNT, right? And we will be running this guy in interactive in daemon mode, and then we are going to run particular commands. So we are going to do docker exec into this. In fact, from the outside, we will be doing the app update app installation of sudoku, and we will be here doing is actually installation of Slim AI latest release. So you can watch this particular command or see this particular command from their official GitHub repo, right? So this is how you can install the Slim AI. We are going to then take the Slim AI version. Then we are going to do export. First of all, we see the environment variables, and then we are going to do export of those environment variables in that particular container. So, and then once those exported, we are going to run this particular command, which is going to do Slim parts. So Slim build, this command is going to be actually the particular uh, image which we have already pulled, right? So images are going to be available in this container because we are doing the socket mounting inside this particular container, right? And then we are going to do tagging to that same image. What it does, it is going to override. Uh, Regarding the HTTP probe too, you can use different flags. You can see the details with regard to that that in the documentation, right? So you can, I mean, enable or disable um, the shell. You can enable specific path. You can put this HTTP probe to false as well. So this is the basic demo, guys, where I'm using the Nginx. You can detail you can see from their site as well. So guys, what I've done, I've updated this link here in my README MD, right? So this is the Slim toolkit. You can read all the documentation, how it works. You can use different flags and get more understanding, right? So as I discussed, I've used a simple example to make this video short, right? So let me close this guy and then, okay. So then what we are going to do, we are going to build that particular image, or I should say override that particular image and see the reports which is going to be living in that container. And then we see some stuff what we have in our image. And then we are going to do push image, which is going to be the stem image. And then we are going to remove this app container. So how simple it is that then we are going to do the deploy with Helm. So this is already I've covered. So it is going to pull this particular image, which is going to be the slim version, which is going to be available here. You see with this tag. So let's try to run the pipeline again and see what it has done. And I'm going to show you the stuff live now. So hopefully you will get the understanding now. We will see the demo part regarding that what we have already discussed, right? So it has run the same stuff. So you see, it is going to run this Slim pod, right? And in that particular pod, we are going to do, I mean, run our pipeline. So new image size is going to be in this one, which is going to be 61 tag, and then we will be seeing that that particular tag is going to be deployed automatically, which is going to be the Slim image. So let me show you the stuff from the end. So you see, we have SSH into this particular machine. If I just refresh it, we should be able to see the 61 tag image you see with the size this one. So once we SSH into that particular Slim image, machine, we are going to do the Slim part, uh, right? And this Slim your utility installation, I've already discussed the command you see. So this is the tag which has been reduced from, you see, from this to this in actual. So you might asking that this is the actual size showing here to 606 MB, and the push one previously is 8573, because when you push your images to the ECR, it is going to do the compression. So by doing the compression, it is reduced to this size, but further, once it's compressed, it is going to be this size. So if I refresh it, you will see the 61 image is going to be compressed to this one, right? So you see it has override the existing one. And then if I scroll it down, then what we are actually seeing some of the reports, and we are actually, export these variables. And if I scroll it up, and this is the report which I have called from /mnt, and you can see this particular remote report and all the commands with regard to the CMD build. And you see previously we have Docker file path, which now optimized, and it creates a new Docker file and optimize the existing file and reduce the size and build the image from that, and push that, override that. So we have provided the tagging like that way, right? So then it is going to do the Helm stuff, it is going to do the installation, and you see finally success. If I navigate to the this area, you see our application. You see 90 seconds, it has been deployed. If I click this guy, right? So if I scroll it down, you see this tag has now been deployed. So that is it, guys. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe the channel. Have a nice day. Thank you.